Aye.
A show of support for the White House plan to launch military strikes in Syria. The Senate Foreign Relations Committee voting 10-7 with just one senator abstaining. The measure now goes to a full Senate vote next week. Making the case for military action, though, is still proving difficult for the Obama administration. Protesters made it clear intervention remains unpopular with ordinary Americans. But Secretary of State John Kerry tried to convince members of the House of Representatives to support the measure.
The world is wondering whether the United States of America is going to consent through silence to stand aside while this kind of brutality is allowed to happen without consequence.
The panel is filled with some of the U.S. Congress's most vocal opponents of military action in Syria. Both Democrats and Republicans challenged the administration's assertion that it is in U.S. national security interest to launch a military strike. They worry it will draw the U.S. into Syria's civil war.
Is the power of the executive branch so intoxicating that you would abandon past caution in favor of pulling the trigger on a military response so quickly?
This is not about getting into Syria's civil war. This is about enforcing the principle that people shouldn't be allowed to gas their citizens with impunity.
The Secretary of Defense appealed to the panel to trust the administration's intelligence, but appeared evasive when asked to provide further evidence. Syrian President Assad ordered the August 21st chemical weapons attack outside Damascus.
Can you please release the original transcripts so that the American people can make their own judgment about that important issue?
What transcripts are you referring to?
Many rank-and-file members say they remain skeptical the president's plan is the right action and have still not made up their minds. And while the top Republican in the House of Representatives has come out in support of military strikes, the White House cannot be guaranteed it will get the support it needs to take the action it wants. Kimberly Helkett, Al Jazeera, Capitol Hill.